Hi everybody and welcome to our next lesson called Typical Weather. In today's lesson, you are going to be comparing and contrasting, which means finding similarities and differences between the typical weather in two different cities. One of those cities being Boston, Massachusetts, which is where you are from, and the other city being Denver, Colorado, which is out west of the United States. If you look right here, you can see where Denver is on the map. Over here is a picture of where Boston is in the United States, just in case you needed a reminder. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you're going to be completing this lesson. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to scroll down this page and watch this introduction video, which is going to be attached right here after I upload it. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to read a little bit about typical weather in each season. Now, we know that you're seasons experts at this point and that you know everything that there is to know about seasons and the weather that happens during those different seasons, but we're leaving this stuff here just in case you need a little bit of a reminder or a refresher of what different seasons look like and the different weather that those seasons consist of. So after you've gone through and you've done a little bit of review, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and you're going to go through these Google Slides. These Google Slides are going to be what's going to walk you through today's lesson. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is it's going to talk to you about what exactly typical weather is. Next, you're going to learn a little bit more about typical weather. Now it's going to talk to you a little bit about today's activity. Now it's going to talk to you about what comparing and contrasting is exactly. And now you're going to be looking at the line graphs. So a couple lessons ago, you learned about picture graphs with Miss Arnold when you talked about the sunrise and sunset hours. Now you're going to be learning about a different kind of graph, which is called a line graph. So you're going to click on this video and you're going to watch the video. The video is going to explain to you what line graphs are, how you make them, the different parts of them, and what they represent. It's very important that you watch this video. Maybe watch it a couple times just to get the gist of it. Now, after you've completed watching that video, you're going to go on to the directions side. So the directions I'm going to be going through with you in this video today. So now what you're going to do is, as you click through each slide, there are going to be two line graphs. One of those line graphs is going to be representative of the weather in Denver, Colorado for each month, and one of those is going to be representative of the weather in Boston, Massachusetts for each month throughout the year. So these graphs are representative of the high temperatures. So it's going to take you through what the highest temperature was in each month in those cities. So as you can see, and even if we want to go ahead and click full screen, this will take us to full screen. If you can see that in January, the high temperature in Denver, Colorado was about 56 degrees. You also want to make sure to be reading these little paragraphs underneath the temperatures graphs because it's going to give you some more information. Now, on each of these slides, what is important is that you click here. After looking at these graphs, on each slide, there are going to be a Google Forms that you're going to need to answer. So these questions you need to answer about those graphs. Be sure to go back and look at the graphs so you can answer the questions correctly. Now, these next graphs are about the lowest temperatures in those cities during certain months. Same thing, you're going to click on this little orange bubble and it's going to take you to the Google form and have you answer some questions and compare or contrast those graphs. You're going to do the same thing up until you come to the end. So now, after you've completed all of these graphs, you're going to draw a picture of yourself during each season in Denver, Colorado. So you're going to use all of the information that you looked at on all of these graphs, and you're going to create a picture in your head about what each season would look like in Denver, Colorado, using the information on the graphs and all of the information we've learned about seasons thus far. And then you're going to write one sentence under each graph describing what the typical weather is in that season. After you've completed all 4 of your drawings, because you're going to draw a picture of yourself in Denver, Colorado in the summer, in the spring, in the winter, and in the fall, you're going to take pictures of your drawings and you're going to upload them onto your Google Classroom. Now, lastly, read this slide after you've done everything to just give you an overall cover of what typical weather is. Okay, now that you've watched the rest of this video and you have all the knowledge that you need to complete this lesson, go ahead and get started. Happy learning!